Let's get real for a second. Men are not as complicated as people like to make them out to be. You don't have to solve a riddle to figure out what pulls a man's attention and what keeps him there. But here's the thing you need to understand. Attraction is not just about looks. It's not just about the dress you wear or the way you fix your hair. Men notice those things, yes, but what really makes a man stay, what really makes him keep thinking about you, is deeper than what's on the surface. Men are attracted to confidence, real confidence, not arrogance, not pretending, but that quiet, unshakable confidence that comes from knowing who you are and what you bring to the table. See, when a woman carries herself like she knows her value, it changes the way a man sees her. It makes him want to rise up to meet her level. Men respect what they have to earn. And when you respect yourself, you set the standard for how he treats you. That's powerful. Now let me be clear. Confidence is not about being the loudest one in the room. It's not about showing off. It's about how you move, how you talk, how you treat yourself. A man pays attention when he sees a woman who can walk into a room without needing everyone's approval. A woman who doesn't beg for attention, but naturally commands it because her presence is strong. That kind of energy is magnetic, and men can't ignore it. Men are also drawn to mystery, not games, not manipulation, but mystery. When you reveal everything too soon, when you give him everything without making him earn it, the attraction fades. Men are hunters by nature. They like pursuit. They like challenge. They like to feel like they work for something. And if you hand yourself over too easily, he doesn't feel the chase. He doesn't feel the excitement. But when you pace it, when you give him pieces of you slowly, when you let him discover you layer by layer, you hold his attention. You give him something to reach for. See, some women think being overly available shows love. They think dropping everything for him proves loyalty. But what it really does is teach him that your time has no value. And if your time has no value to you, it won't have value to him. Men are attracted to women who make them step up, who make them plan, who make them put in effort. That doesn't mean playing hard to get. It means having standards. It means saying, my time is important, my energy is important, my love is important. When you live like that, he sees you differently. He values you differently. Another thing men can't resist is femininity. And I don't mean dressing in pink or being soft all the time. Femininity is an energy. It's the balance to his masculinity. It's the warmth, the grace, the softness that makes him feel safe. Men are not attracted to women who compete to be men. They are attracted to women who know the power of their own feminine energy. That energy makes him want to protect you, to provide for you, to love you deeper, because he feels like a man around you. Let's not get it twisted. Femininity is not weakness. It's not letting him walk over you. It's strength in a different form. It's being soft but not foolish. It's being kind but not naive. It's being nurturing but not desperate. That balance is rare. And when a man feels it, he doesn't want to let it go. Men are also attracted to joy. That's right. A woman who can laugh, a woman who can smile, a woman who can bring light into a room. You don't have to be a comedian, but you do have to carry an energy that lifts him up. Men are stressed out in this world. They deal with pressure. They deal with responsibility. So when he finds a woman who can bring peace, who can bring joy, who can make him laugh when the world is heavy, he values that. He wants to be around it. Now, I have to tell you something important. Men are not only attracted to what you give to them, they are also attracted to what you give to yourself. When he sees you chasing your goals, when he sees you building your dreams, when he sees you taking care of yourself, that makes him want you more. Because he sees you're not just living for him, you're living for you. And that's powerful. So many women lose themselves in relationships. They make him their entire world. And at first, he might like it. He might enjoy the attention. But over time, it suffocates him. Men don't want to be your whole life. They want to be part of your life. A big part, yes, but not the only part. When you have your own thing, your own passions, your own life, that's when a man feels excited to be with you. because he sees that you bring something extra to his world. You're not just depending on him to survive. You're thriving on your own. Another truth is this: men are attracted to standards. A man might test you. He might push your boundaries. But deep down, he respects a woman who holds her line. A woman who says, I will not accept less than what I deserve. At first, he might not like it. At first, he might complain. But in the long run, that's the woman he remembers. That's the woman he admires. That's the woman he says, she made me better. And here's the secret. Men will give you what you demand. If you demand nothing, they'll give you nothing. If you demand respect, they'll give you respect. If you demand effort, they'll give you effort. It's not about nagging. It's about showing through your actions that you won't settle for less. And when you do that, he either steps up or he steps out. Either way, you win. Let me say this loud. Men are attracted to authenticity. They don't want to copy. They don't want you pretending to be someone you're not just to impress them. They want the real you. The you with quirks. The you with flaws. The you who knows she's not perfect but doesn't have to be. Pretending can only last so long. But when you show up as yourself, when you're genuine, when you're real, that's when he feels safe. That's when he feels like he can trust you. And trust is the foundation of love. Don't underestimate this one. Men are attracted to loyalty. Not blind loyalty. Not loyalty to foolishness. But the kind of loyalty that says, if you're mine and you're doing right by me, I've got your back. Men crave that. Because in this world, they don't get it often. They might get people who are with them for what they have, for their money, for their status. But when a man finds a woman who is loyal to his heart, that's priceless. Now, let me be very honest. Physical attraction matters too. Men are visual. They notice your looks. But don't get it twisted. Looks alone won't keep a man. What keeps him is the combination of beauty and substance. When you take care of yourself, when you carry yourself with class, when you look good for you first, that draws him in. But when he sees the mind, the heart, the confidence behind the beauty, that's what makes him stay. Men are attracted to women who are not desperate. Desperation repels. Confidence attracts. When you move like you know you can live with or without him, he pays attention. When you show him that your happiness does not depend on him, he realizes that you are a prize. And men chase prizes. They don't chase desperation. The truth is, men are attracted to women who know how to love themselves. Because when you love yourself, you teach him how to love you. If you don't love yourself, you'll accept anything. You'll tolerate disrespect. You'll settle for less. But when you truly love yourself, you become selective. You become protective of your energy. You don't waste it on someone who doesn't value it. And that's attractive. So here's the bottom line. Men are attracted to women who are confident, who set standards, who embrace their femininity, who bring joy, who live authentically, who respect themselves, and who know their worth. That's the combination. That's the truth. You don't have to chase. You don't have to beg. You just have to stand in who you are. And when you do, the right man won't just be attracted. He'll be committed. He'll be invested. He'll be present. Because attraction might get his attention, but your value, your presence, your worth, that's what keeps it. And when you live that truth, you'll never have to wonder if a man is attracted to you, because his actions will tell you everything you need to know. Emotional connection is the invisible thread that ties two people together in ways that physical attraction alone can never achieve. It is the heartbeat of a relationship. The silent language that speaks louder than words. The bond that transforms simple chemistry into lasting love. When a woman knows how to connect with a man on an emotional level, she enters a space within him that very few can reach. She becomes not just someone he desires, but someone he trusts, someone he confides in, someone he cannot imagine living without, because she has touched the deepest part of his being where vulnerability and truth reside. Men may often appear guarded or tough on the outside, but inside every man is the desire to be understood, the longing to be seen, the craving to be accepted without judgment. Emotional connection is what fulfills that longing. It is what turns conversations into intimacy. It is what turns shared experiences into memories that stay forever. A man might be attracted to a woman's beauty, but it is the way she makes him feel that determines how long he stays. Emotional connection is not built on grand gestures. It is built on the small, consistent ways you show up for each other. It is in the way you listen when he speaks, not just waiting for your turn, but hearing him with your heart. It is in the way you remember the little details that matter to him, the things he mentions once but never forgets himself. It is in the way you create a safe space for him to lay down his guard, a space where he does not have to perform or pretend, a space where he can simply be himself without fear of being judged or misunderstood. When a man finds that kind of emotional connection, he finds peace. And peace is one of the greatest attractions a man can experience. The world may exhaust him, responsibilities may weigh him down, but if he knows that with you, he finds calm, acceptance, and home. He will keep coming back to that space again and again. Emotional connection deepens when there is authenticity, when you do not try to mold yourself into who you think he wants, but instead allow him to see who you really are. When you share your thoughts, your dreams, your fears, and your laughter. When you let him see not only your strengths, but also your vulnerabilities. You invite him to do the same. And in that exchange of truth, the bond grows stronger. Trust is born. Intimacy takes root. Men are not drawn only to perfection. They are drawn to realness, to someone who makes them feel human, to someone who makes them feel safe to show emotion, to someone who allows them to let down the walls they have been forced to build in a world that often tells them to be strong at all costs. Emotional connection is also nurtured through empathy. When you can step into his shoes and feel what he feels, even if you do not fully understand it, you show him that he is not alone. You show him that his struggles matter, that his voice matters, that his heart matters. Empathy bridges the gap between two different worlds and unites them in compassion and understanding. It tells him that you are not just a partner in the good times, but in the storms too. That you are not just there when he is strong, but also when he is weak. And that kind of loyalty is priceless. Men crave emotional connection because it gives them a sense of belonging. They may not say it out loud, but they want to feel chosen. They want to feel important. They want to feel that someone is truly invested in their soul and not just their surface. When you provide that connection, you give him more than attention. You give him acceptance. You give him appreciation. You give him a reason to open up. And once a man opens up his emotions to you, he has given you something he does not give to just anyone. He has given you his trust. Emotional connection is also about shared experiences. It is about building memories together that deepen your bond. It is about laughing until your sides hurt, about facing challenges side by side, about supporting each other's dreams and celebrating each other's wins. It is in the ordinary moments that extraordinary love is built. When you can sit together in silence and still feel connected. When you can face a disagreement and still feel respected. When you can be apart yet still feel close. That is when you know the bond runs deep. It is also important to understand that emotional connection requires effort. It is not automatic. It is built day by day, moment by moment, choice by choice. It requires patience. It requires openness. It requires both people showing up with honesty and intention. Men are not always taught how to nurture emotional bonds. But when they find a woman who leads with her heart and shows them the way, they respond. They open up. They grow. They invest because they do not want to lose the rare gift of being understood. Emotional connection also creates passion. Because passion is not only about physical desire. It is about emotional intimacy that fuels attraction. When a man feels emotionally connected, he desires not just your body, but your soul. He longs not just for moments with you, but for a lifetime with you. He sees you not just as a partner, but as a part of himself. And that is why relationships that are built on emotional connection stand the test of time. Because beauty may fade, charm may shift, Circumstances may change, but the bond of two souls who truly understand and honor each other remains unbreakable. Emotional connection is the answer to so many unspoken questions. It is why a man stays loyal. It is why he chooses commitment. It is why he fights for the relationship when times get hard. It is why he sees you not as temporary but as permanent. Not as an option but as the one. Emotional connection is the secret language of love. It is the depth beneath the surface. It is the anchor in the storms. It is the glue that keeps two people together long after the sparks of new attraction fade. And when a man finds that with you, he will never let it go because he knows it is rare. He knows it is precious. He knows it is the very thing his heart has been searching for, even when he could not put it into words. Confidence and self-respect are not just nice qualities to have. They are the very foundation of how a woman is seen, treated, and valued in any relationship and in life itself. When you carry yourself with confidence, you tell the world without saying a word that you know who you are, you know what you deserve, and you will not accept less. When you live with self-respect, you protect your dignity. You protect your heart. You protect your peace. And men notice it instantly. Men are drawn to it because it is rare, it is powerful, it is magnetic. It is the difference between someone who begs for attention and someone who commands it without even asking. Confidence is not about arrogance. It is not about walking into a room and thinking you are better than everyone else. It is about walking into that same room and not having to compare yourself at all. Because you are secure in who you are. You know your worth. You know what you bring to the table. And you know that if someone cannot see it, that does not diminish it. Confidence allows you to stand tall when life tries to push you down. It allows you to smile when others doubt you. It allows you to move with certainty even when the path is unclear. Because you trust yourself enough to know you can handle whatever comes. Self-respect is about the standards you live by. It is about the boundaries you refuse to compromise. It is about the way you talk to yourself and the way you demand others talk to you. When you have self-respect, you do not chase love. You do not beg for attention. You do not settle for half commitments. You know that your time is valuable. Your body is valuable. Your energy is valuable. And your love is valuable. You are not about to discount any of it just because someone else cannot afford it. Men admire this more than they will ever say. Because deep down, every man wants a woman he can respect. Attraction might start with looks, but it grows with respect. When a man looks at a woman who respects herself, he knows she is not easily swayed. He knows she is not desperate. He knows she is not going to tolerate lies, manipulation, or inconsistency. And that challenges him in the best way. It forces him to rise. It forces him to treat her with the honor she shows herself. It forces him to recognize that if he does not step up, he will lose her to someone who will. Confidence is also deeply attractive because it gives a woman presence. She does not need to be the loudest in the room. She does not need to be the one showing off her worth. She simply is her worth. Her energy speaks. Her calm speaks. Her smile speaks. The way she walks, the way she carries herself, the way she says no when no is necessary. All of it speaks louder than any words ever could. A woman with confidence does not wait for validation. She validates herself. She celebrates her own victories. She uplifts her own spirit. She looks in the mirror and says, I am enough, before anyone else gets a chance to say it to her. And when a man meets that kind of woman, he cannot ignore it because she shines differently. She glows differently. She does not need him. She chooses him. And that choice means more because it is not made out of fear or insecurity. It is made out of strength and clarity. Self-respect is the line that separates a woman who is valued from a woman who is used. It is what keeps you from being taken for granted because you make it clear from the beginning how you are to be treated. You make it clear that dishonesty is not tolerated. You make it clear that effort is expected. You make it clear that love without respect is unacceptable. And the man who truly wants you will not complain about those standards. He will embrace them because he knows he has found someone rare, someone real, someone who loves herself enough to never lower the bar. When you combine confidence and self-respect, you become unstoppable. You become unforgettable. You become the kind of woman who does not have to beg for commitment, because a man knows losing you would be the biggest mistake of his life. You become the kind of woman who inspires a man to be better. Not because you nag, not because you demand, but because your very presence challenges him to rise to the occasion. Confidence makes you radiant. Self-respect makes you unshakable. And together they make you magnetic. Men may be drawn to beauty, but beauty without confidence fades. Men may be impressed by charm, but charm without respect crumbles. Men may enjoy fun, but fun without depth gets old. But when a woman walks in her confidence and stands firm in her self-respect, she is unforgettable. She is the one he cannot stop thinking about. She is the one he cannot replace. She is the one he knows he has to treat right or lose forever. And that is why confidence and self-respect are the true foundation of lasting attraction. They are not temporary. They are not trends. They are eternal qualities that never go out of style. They make you valuable. They make you powerful. They make you whole. And when a man sees that, he knows he is standing in front of something rare, something priceless, something he cannot afford to mishandle. Because once he does, he will never find it again.